Get ready for your daily dose of marketing strategies and tactics from entrepreneurs with the guile and experience to help you find success in any marketing capacity. You're listening to Marketing School with your instructors, Neil Patel and Eric Su.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Marketing School. I'm your host, Eric Su.
And I'm Neil Patel.
And today we're going to talk about 5 ways to generate more leads from Snapchat. Neil, go ahead and kick it off.
Sure. So the simplest way to generate more leads from Snapchat is telling people to go to a specific place on your site. Make sure the URL is short. I know this one sounds really simple, but we've done tests between YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook and Snapchat. We didn't do Twitter. I wanted to do Twitter in there, but we found that, as most people are, Twitter users are really fickle. It works well for B2B, but for most categories, it doesn't work too well. So when we were doing the test, we told users to take a specific action. And this was all video-based. So Instagram was video-based, Facebook was video-based, right? Snapchat was video-based. We weren't doing like text-based stuff on Facebook, right? So then that way, everything was video-based, even YouTube. When people are following you on Snapchat and you tell them to go somewhere and you keep the URL short, what we found is you ideally want to keep it under 15 characters and you want to have it words because words are easier to remember, like bit.ly.com. You can do your own URL shortener, / and then you just give a specific word. We found that when doing this, users from Snapchat were much more likely to take action than any other audience. And what we found is if you tell them to go somewhere and buy something or rate something, they didn't do it that often. But when you have them go to a landing page that's mobile compatible, ideally using the a&nbsp framework so it loads faster, and you ask them for an email address, the conversion rate's extremely high. And then from emails, you can then drip them into converting and buying a product later on. But create a funnel like that. And if you're not on Snapchat, you really should get on there because we found Snapchat converts better than any other traffic source when it comes to telling people to do a specific action that's video based.
Number 2 is to show your product or service in action. So, what I like to do sometimes is I like to, just nerd out on marketing. I might be showing basically a kind of a shortened down screencast, and I'm showing people what to do exactly. I'm telling them what the benefits are, and I'm telling them to screenshot certain things too. And that way, when you're doing Snapchat, when you're teaching people things, you're basically doing a mini webinar and you're building a relationship with these people that have never heard of you before. They're going to start to warm up to you more. And oftentimes when I do things like that, people are screenshotting. I see it like, 10 to 20% of people are screenshotting, which is pretty high engagement. And from there, I'm also getting comments and people are emailing me as well. So when you're doing that, you're building a relationship. And oftentimes you think about what we're doing right now, this podcast, any type of content that you're putting out, you're just building a relationship over time. You're not necessarily looking for the sales immediately, but oftentimes it has generated leads that just kind of came out of nowhere.
The reason Snapchat is also really popular is not just because the images or the videos are private, but it's also time-based, right? You do a snap, it's only out there for a limited amount of time. So when you're doing a snap and you're telling people, hey, come to my website, you're promoting an opt-in, give them a special offer and make it time-based. So you let them know it's only going to be available for the next 24 hours. Or better yet, it's only going to be available for the next 100 people. By doing that, you'll find that you can get a rush of people coming to a landing page and opting in or doing whatever that you're telling them to do. But the key is a few things. 1, make it time-based. And 2, ideally limit it to a certain amount of people. 3, if you can offer a discount or something that's special just for those people, because I know a lot of companies don't like doing discounts, that's fine. If you do those 3 things, you'll find that you can get more leads from Snapchat just by one simple video base or video snap.
All right. And number 4, I'm going to build on the kind of discount offers. I'm going to talk about gamified offers. So there is actually a post on Social Media Examiner talking about, this is a good example right here. You can basically do a Where's Waldo game, right? You can have a picture of Where's Waldo and then basically saying, hey, try to find me in this picture right here. And then if you do, screenshot it, go ahead and circle it, and then send it back, and then we will give you a free subscription for something, or we'll give you 50% off. That way you're actually getting people to engage and actually take an action. And, like Neil mentioned, people are more susceptible to actually doing something on Snapchat, which is kind of incredible. So that's number 4. Neil, what's number 5?
A lot of people on Snapchat try to do shout out for shout outs, right? In which they'll be with other people and they'll be like, oh, follow my buddy on Snapchat. And then you're supposed to tell all your followers, telling them to, vice versa. Pretty much you're just trading snaps. And that's a great way to grow your audience, because if you're with multiple people and you're trading snaps, like promoting them to your audience and they're promoting you to their audience, it'll help you get more followers. Now, what I like doing is you can promote your audience to another person, but instead of having them promote their audience to you, have them promote their audience to your offer, and then send them to a landing page that has their image on there, and your conversion rate should be pretty well. The trickiest part about doing this is finding someone who's relevant, right? So for example, I'm in the B2B marketing space. I can't just go find an attractive model and go tell her to tell all her followers to go to my site and sign up for SEO consultation services. That wouldn't work well. But I could try to ping Mark Suster, who talks about a lot of startup-related, venture-backed stuff on Snapchat, and be like, hey, I'm going to promote my Snapchat audience to you. In exchange, I would love you to tell all of your audience to check out my blog and some of my landing pages, or a specific landing page that may have his name in it, right? neilpatel.com/msuster, and talk about just general marketing tips for startups, and then have an opt-in form there as well, because it's relevant towards his audience, and that can generate me quite an amount of leads as well.
I know we're talking about 5 here, but I'm going to cap it off with 6. So what you can also do is try to do a giveaway. I'm not talking about iPads. I'm not talking about iPhones. You have to have something with a little more intent, right? You might be giving away, or a good example here is Tai Lopez. Like Tai Lopez, he's always giving away stuff. He's giving away books, for example. Neil might be giving away access to one of his tools, or it might be his book as well. Whatever it is exactly, it has to have more intent. You basically have to decide, what you can give away that's basically going to generate qualified leads. So actually for Neil, it might be like a free consultation, right? And that's actually worth a lot of money because time's worth a lot of money. So think about that for a second, but you actually can kind of qualify people with a giveaway. And actually, if they're looking for a free consultation, maybe they have to answer a few questions first. Whatever it is exactly, try to get creative with it. I'm giving you a kind of cookie cutter one with the free consultation, but giveaways are effective as well. So Neil, any closing thoughts before we hop off?
If you're going to do anything on Snapchat, make sure you give it some time, because when you try a few different offers, you try to collect leads from it, at first, chances are you're going to fail. Reason being is the audience is probably going to be different than what you're normally used to. So give it some time, run a few tests, and eventually you can figure out how to make it work.
That's it for this episode of Marketing School. We'll see you tomorrow.
This session of Marketing School has come to a close. Be sure to subscribe for more daily marketing strategies and tactics to help you find the success you've always dreamed of. And don't forget to rate and review so we can continue to bring you the best daily content possible. We'll see you in class tomorrow, right here on Marketing School.